Papua New Guinea has experienced its fair share of climate change disasters that result from human activity. In 2014, the Salamua community of Morobe province was reported to have lost its primary school and LLG headquarters to the rising sea level. The effects of climate change are worsening and are a daily concern of the Salamua people. Much of the land that accommodates government services and village sustenance has disappeared. In recent years, the effects of climate change have been felt frequently throughout PNG, where there's been an increase in size of natural disasters like floods and droughts. For example, the Central Province earlier this year experienced heavy flooding causing serious injuries and even deaths. This affects the food chain supply and encourages waterborne diseases. NSDS Category 3 applies to countries that already have development strategies but choose to improve them in order to incorporate sustainable development principles. This means that such countries possess two documents: a long-term vision, typically covering a 20 to 30-year horizon, and a 4 to 5-year development plan which implements the vision. For example, Zambia and PNG. In PNG's case, the two documents are the Vision 2050 with a 40-year horizon and the 5-year Medium-Term Development Plan, Volume 2, 2018 to 2022. The Vision 2050 was adopted in 2009 and became effective in 2010. The document outlines the general direction of PNG toward a healthier, wealthier, socially just, and environmentally sustainable society by 2050. In keeping with the world's responsible sustainable development movement, PNG endorsed in 2014 a national strategy called The Strategy, which was superseded by STARS, Strategy for Responsible Sustainable Development, in 2015. STARS aims to incorporate sustainable development principles into Vision 2050 and implementation plans such as the Medium-Term Development Plan.
In 2007, the National Executive Council (NEC) of Papua New Guinea, on advice from the National Planning Committee, made a decision to develop a framework for a long-term strategy, the Papua New Guinea Vision 2050, that should map out the future direction for our country and reflect the aspirations of the people of Papua New Guinea. Vision 20 is underpinned by 7 strategic focus areas, which are referred to as pillars. 1. Human capital development, gender, youth, and people empowerment. 2. Wealth creation. 3. Institutional development and service delivery. 4. Security and international relations. 5. Environmental sustainability and climate change. 6. Spiritual, cultural, and community development. And 7. Strategic planning, integration, and control. Each pillar comprises respectively of the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals. The focus of this discussion is on Pillar 5, Chapter 3, Section 15, Subsection 2.1, which states that immediate measures must be taken to ensure that Papua New Guinea is sufficiently cushioned from any adverse impact brought on by climate change. Critical measures to prevent the erosion of climate security, including viable food production and personal health, must be assured, and importantly, Papua New Guinea's natural resources and environment must be conserved and used for the benefit of all. Pillar 5 encompasses specifically the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals number 9, 13, and 15. Captured in the Medium-Term Development Plan 2018 to 2022, in line with PNG's Sustainable Development Growth Strategy, are the following goals: promote PNG's environmental sustainability, adapt to the domestic impacts of climate change, and contribute to global efforts to abate greenhouse gas emissions, manage and reduce the risks of natural disasters, thereby increasing the resilience of PNG communities to disasters, and sustainable use of water. In order to achieve the mentioned goals, the Medium-Term Development Plan outlines implementation strategies such as 1. Improving climate change legislatives, frameworks, policies, regulations, and standards. 2. to support educational research and development programs associated with mitigating climate change impact and management. And 3. Implement and enforce building standards for the construction of infrastructure in disaster-prone areas.
According to Baloiloi, STARS can only be successful if it has the support and ownership of all Papua New Guineans. Sustainability is about connecting with the hearts and the minds of all Papua New Guineans and starting a movement that demands responsibilities in daily decision-making at home, in the community, the province, and at both a national and international level.
Therefore, our recommendations corresponding to the Vision 2050 through the Medium-Term Development Plan, Volume 2, 2018 to 2022 include resilient infrastructures such as building seawalls, planting mangroves, which are natural barriers against rising sea level, discouraging deforestation along the coast, and encouraging more awareness to be carried out starting at the local community level.